Hey slug, are you a rug slug? Work your way into my room like you're a tough bug?
Well, hello everybody and welcome to Arrow Nicely News. Today is Friday, April 2nd, 2021, and my name is Lenny Hernandez. And today we're going to shine a light on Arrow Senior Living's core values. And to help us do that, we're going to have an interview with viral sensation and internet superstar Sarah Maddack. I'm a huge fan, and if you're not already, you will be by the end of this. Trust me, she is awesome. Welcome to Arrow Nicely News. For those of you who are not familiar with Sarah Maddack, she is a self-described wholesome rapper who makes some excellent TikTok and Instagram raps about unexpected things like a llama kidnapping a dinosaur.
I see a llama, and he is kidnapping a dinosaur, such drama. Because he doesn't love him anymore, he wanna just go ahead and take him to the store back where he got him in the first place.
Or the kid who always brought the best lunch in grade school.
Check it out, there he goes again, with his shiny little lunchbox, all name brand, flexing on everyone, and his name is Tristan. And he's my friend, so I get a little share of the goods. If I could adopt his mom, I would. Peanut butter jelly with the crust cut off and all organic applesauce and gushers. Can't forget about those. Are you ready for the best part? Here it goes. So apparently, from what I can see, his mom took all the green ones and put them in a baggie.
Finding a slug on her rug.
Hey slug, are you a rug slug? Work your way into my room like you're a tough bug? You need a hug slug? You've had it rough, but don't think you're getting any of my love, cause this is my room and you don't pay rent. Not trying to start an argument, but I'm gonna need you to head to the door so you can be halfway there by 4 days from now. Never mind. This might be a waste of my time, but all I want to know is can you disappear? Cause I'm gonna need you to get the slug out of here.
And so many more. She now has over 1 million followers on TikTok, and she is not slowing down. Lately, she has been helping Arrow out by lending her skills to raps about working for Arrow. And the latest one is all about her core values. Check it out.
If you're working with Arrow, buckle up for a ride. 10 core values gonna change your life. And we walk the walk, yeah, we're living these out. So now I'm gonna walk you through all of them right now. So it starts out, I believe that acts of kindness can drive change in the world. And that reminds us that it doesn't have to be in your job description to help somebody else or smile or listen. And that brings us to the second value at hand. Number 2, I listen to understand. And that means that you're present and you're not just waiting to take your turn in the conversation. And number 3, I consistently and firmly advocate for fairness. You know that means being fair and firm and consistent with everybody, employees or residents. And value number 4, I know you've got it covered. I defend the dignity of others. And number 5, we get this from Jason Hager. I choose to have a childlike sense of wonder and be fascinated, not frustrated. Great attitudes aren't that complicated. When we choose the right words to empower our thoughts, our feelings and our actions are gonna line up. Number 6, I solve problems and my answer is always yes. When people say no, they just don't know enough yet. We're solutions focused, not fixated on the problem. 80-20, that's the best way to solve them. And number 7, know that being honest is a must. So I understand that transparency builds trust. Number 8, I strive to be humble. Of course, when you're serving others, gotta leave your ego at the door. Number 9, I believe in the power of a chuckle. Gotta be lighthearted, even in a struggle. And number 10, final one, yeah, we're in this together, cause I am a dedicated and loyal member of Arrow Senior Living. So you know that you've got a family that's here for you, no matter what.
Arrow's core values are a major reason that I'm proud to work for this company, and I know many others who feel the same way. So I thought I'd sit down with Sarah so we can learn a little bit more about her and get her thoughts on Arrow's core values. Check it out. Well, hello, Sarah Maddack.
Hello, Lenny Hernandez.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on our show here on Nicely News, and thank you very much for taking some time out to chat with us.
Of course.
Now,
like I said, thank you for thinking I'm cool enough to spend time with.
tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am a wholesome rapper. So that means that I make silly songs and raps and things in that nature that typically build people up, showcase the ridiculousness of life, or the ridiculosity, as I like to call it. I invented that word. Yeah, which started on TikTok almost exactly a year ago. I was a singer-songwriter and musician before that point, but I've really found that my niche and my thing is trying to be like the female Weird Al Yankovic plus positivity on top of that. So that is mainly what I do.
How did you stumble into that?
April 26th, I think, because I posted it the next day, and that day was April 27th, I think. I found a slug on my rug last year. And I thought it was a catchy idea. I almost went and actually took the slug outside, but I thought it was a catchy idea. So I just wrote a song about there being a slug on my rug, and I filmed it. And that was my first viral video on TikTok. That started this journey.
It went boom.
Yes, it went boom. Okay, so for the slug one, it went like boom. But then I started taking requests from people in the comment section about random things like, write a song about a tree and an asparagus, like just random things. And one kid said an orange and a hippopotamus, just because those are hard to rhyme with, and I did it, and that went big boom, like, because I went to from 1,000 to 50,000 followers with the slug, and then I went from 50,000 to 200,000 over a couple weeks, and then it just kept growing, and to where it is now.
What was it like then after that? Because you talked about right before we started that you ended up, I think, quitting your day job. Am I right? And then starting your own business?
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, the business just started itself when it comes to how I was able to make income from what I'm doing to support myself. So I quit my job in September. The blow up happened in April, quit my job in September. But honestly, I could have quit my job in July. I mean, because by that point, and Arrow was a part of this, getting to work and correspond with Arrow of many different companies that just, I made a business email and people just started emailing me saying, can you make a rap for my business? Can you make a rap to advertise my business on your TikTok? Can you make a rap for my husband for his birthday and I'll pay you for it? So those are the main things that I do now, that people have just found this to be a valuable thing. And I mean, seriously, Lenny, it's been insane. Like how very little effort I've had to put in even advertising my services like that. It's because it's just been I mean, to be fair, I'm on TikTok and I have 1 million followers, and that itself is an advertisement. No advertising at all.
But the millions of viewers and watchers that I have daily, how has that form of social media helped like kind of catapult you?
Yeah, I mean, usually the business, if I got an email, it's like, hey, I love your raps on TikTok. I was thinking, what about this? Blah, blah, blah. Super simple. So TikTok's the main thing, but that's led to Instagram, where I have a good following on there. I've thought about branching into YouTube more. I have some people who followed me on YouTube from my few videos I've posted from the past, but we're working on that because it is hard to like schedule and make sure you can post all the things on all the platforms and everybody pay attention to everything I'm doing all the time.
Is that what it feels like sometimes?
It really does feel like that sometimes. And I've had to overcome feeling shame about being self-promotional every single day of my life. Here's another thing. Like and comment, share, subscribe. Like and comment, share, subscribe. That's how it feels sometimes.
Your next, I hope your next rap is literally just that.
I'm gonna write that down. Like and comment, share, subscribe. Like a little gremlin.
Tell us a little bit. Okay, so you talked about doing collaborations. Tell us a little bit of how am I right? And Amanda reached out to you?
Yeah.
So how did that how did that happen?
That was so awesome. Okay, I got an email from Amanda, and I remember specifically the email was super basic. It wasn't like, it didn't tell me everything about Arrow. It literally was just a couple sentences. Hey, Sarah, how much would you charge to do like 3 to 5 videos for my employees? Like that was pretty much it. And we hopped on a phone call and she just shared, we spent like, I think almost an hour on the phone together. And I was so like, wow, these are my people, because I mean, she just shared her heart and what Arrow's mission is for really high quality of life for senior citizens, like really helping them value their time and themselves. And I could tell we'll get more into this, but I was just like, wow. And the company is like playful and fun and values based and really cares about putting people first. And I could see that in the first phone call, and it's just proved true the whole time. Any interaction I've had with Arrow people. So anyway, that's how it happened. Amanda just called me. We hopped on the phone and started a project.
Have you ever worked with seniors or done things for seniors outside of what we've asked you to do?
No, I mean, I've sang Christmas carols to nursing homes with my church before, briefly in life, and that's it. This is my first time.
Has she asked you to do anything that was just like way outside the box?
No, I mean, but it's been so fun because our first project was writing 5 raps about different job positions, and what a fun challenge that was to write a rap about being a lifetime enrichment coordinator. Like, what a mouthful, you know. But I remember, like, the end of it's like, if you're good at something and a good listener, consider becoming a life enrichment coordinator. Just like so fun to make that work, you know.
So you're a singer-songwriter, right? Is there a song that you favor whenever you go karaokeing? Do you have a go-to karaoke song?
Yes, the one that's like, let's get down to business from Mulan. Let's get down to business to defeat the Hun. Yeah, just Disney songs. I don't, because honestly, okay, I think I'm a good singer. I'm not going to be like, I'm a bad singer. You know how people just don't, they sell themselves short. I'm a good singer. However, it's not my number one thing. My number one thing I think is actually songwriting in terms of skill and how much I enjoy it and how much positive feedback I got on it. I think it's the lyricism and songwriting. Then I think it's rapping. And then I think it's singing. And so anyway.
But they're all really close. They're all really close at the top.
Sure. Yes, I would say so. But singing, it's like, I mean, I'm still not the type to belt like a Celine Dion song. That's not really my style. I'm more like Taylor Swift, maybe. La la la, this is a pop song. La 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 la.
You're absolutely right.
You know?
You're lyrically, all of the raps that you do are so incredible. And I'm always just like, oh man, that's great. Like the words that shouldn't rhyme, they do. What is one of your favorite raps that you've done?
So of all time?
Yes, of all time.
For sure, the sloth ones. Have you seen the sloth ones? About a sloth?
Are you about to fight? Are you more than friends? He's got secrets to tell, but doesn't know if he should because he's sensitive and frequently misunderstood. Whatever your relationship he wants you to see, he's got multiple sloth identities.
It's my favorite by far. And I will say, I mean, that one is less, it's definitely a rap still, but it's less of the, you know, it's like, it's just about a misunderstood sloth. And I photoshopped all these sloth photos. And I'm like, this is a sloth and he's looking at you. He's wondering why you're looking at him too. Is it attraction or malicious intent? Are you about to fight? Are you more than friends? And it's just like this weird dramatic thing happening. And it's my favorite thing ever.
So everybody look out for the full sloth song. Let's chat about you recently doing a core value video for us.
It's actually insane, Lenny. Even as Amanda gave me a video breaking them down, and the whole time I was just like, this is how I live my life. And it's in fact things I've learned from other mentors in my life that I really value. So one of the biggest things is I listen to understand, not just to respond. Like when you're listening to someone and you catch yourself just almost like, I mean, it's what I put in the rap, waiting to take your turn in the conversation, when it's so much more healing when both people can be on the page of, we are here to understand each other. So that's one. The other one that I love, which is so like, I'm home for Easter. I was just telling my mom about Arrow and how cool it is because I showed her the video and everything. How even the sense of childlike wonder is a value for a company. I love that. I choose to have a childlike sense of wonder and be fascinated, not frustrated. Like that's beautiful. And I just think that can guide so many important decisions when it comes to business, how we treat people, how we serve people. So, I mean, I cannot be more sincere. I love the core values. I was very impressed with their specificity and truth. I freaking love it.
It's poetic almost.
I think it's the kind of thing where you can quickly know when you're interviewing if this company is a good fit for you, because if you align, and it's just a guideline to go back to anytime you're making decisions on something. Like, hey, if you're stuck, how should we handle this situation? Well, we should be truthful, because transparency builds trust. You know, like that's what we stand for. We're going to go with that, and it just inspires confidence and helps people be on the same page.
Have you ever had to turn anybody down because their like values, core values have you had to pass on things because you're just like, well, this isn't my jive?
Yes. What a great question. Yes, I have. Yeah, I mean, there's just been, I mean, I'm family friendly. That's a big one. And that's not, no hate to other companies that aren't, not every company can be. We're in a world of adults, you know.
Right. What's next for Sarah? What's next?
I love future possibilities and talking about them. I live in the future, honestly. I'm from the future, actually. I'm an alien. Plot twist, I'm an alien. That's why I rap so well, and I'm salient. I don't know what salient means, but it's a word. In the next 3 to 5 years, I will be my intention is to release more full songs on Spotify. The thing that I know that's going to hold me back is that getting used to the rhythm of having, like, I have someone to do the mixing and mastering, like the production work, like the fancy beepity boop tech thing, so it sounds really good. So the full songs on Spotify. I'm writing a book, and it's with the editor, so it should be out in the next, I'm hoping by the summer, actually. And the book is going to be called Silly on Purpose, the very serious guide to not taking yourself too seriously. So more full music on Spotify, a book, as well as my continued silly raps and videos on TikTok.
Our editor, writer, he wanted to know what did happen to that slug.
So after I rapped about the slug, I kindly took it outside to my backyard with a paper towel, and it lives out there now. And I'm so certain it's still been alive for over a year. It lives in my backyard.
Is there anything that you would love to say to our Arrow Nicely News listeners?
I would like to say that life is too short to take yourself too seriously, because you are a sack of flesh that poops every day, and that's really silly. And, you know, at the end of the day, all that matters is loving yourself well and loving others well and being playful. Yeah.
Sarah Maddack, Silly on Purpose, coming out soon. Sloth songs and the other slug songs on Spotify. You can find, where do we just look up your name? How do we find you?
Yeah, I'm just Sarah Maddack everywhere. Well,
Sarah, thank you very much for taking some time to do this with us. We really appreciate it. We'll end on that. Boom! Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me, Sarah. It has been wonderful having you work with us. And I know that I can speak for everyone at Arrow when I say that we are looking forward to more videos with your awesome creative voice. So be sure to check out Sarah on TikTok and Instagram, as she is definitely one to follow. Go right now. Find her. Follow her. Seriously. Go do it right now. Well, everybody, that'll do it for another episode of Arrow Nicely News, and we'll be back next week for more stories and inspiring anecdotes. So be sure to come back. Seriously. Next week. With that, I'm Lenny Hernandez, signing off. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Toodles.
I see a llama, and he is kidnapping a dinosaur. Such drama, because he doesn't love him anymore.